everybody. In today's video, you're going to watch me and Mark tile a shower in a bathroom in a house that we're doing remodeling. It's just a small snippet of our day, but I think it's entertaining and interesting, and I thought y'all might enjoy. I'm going to go ahead and apologize, though. I was not paying attention when I set the camera up, and I accidentally recorded everything in horizontal. So it's going to be like watching a really long TikTok, and the camera angle's not that great. But I think it's a really interesting video. So, without further ado, here it is.
Alright, so this is the first time I've ever done a voiceover on one of these, so bear with me, might be a little rough. So today, in this video, we are tiling this shower wall. So that entails putting the thin set on the wall, cutting the tiles to fit, and then sticking them on the wall. So I'll tell you a little bit about the process of doing that, not too much about it, I don't want to talk too much. And I'll also tell a little bit of a story about why we only ended up getting this one wall done today. So, basically, when you're tiling, you start by mixing your thin set, and then getting your first tiles ready. And you put the thin set on the wall once your tiles are ready, and you've measured and you know exactly where they need to go, because once you've got the first row in, the rest kind of fall into place, or at least they did with this kind of tile and the way we did it. The thin set, the reason it has the grooves, you see we've got the trowel with the grooved edge. As we scrape the thin set into the spots, the grooves allow it so that whenever you stick the tile on there, they can smush down into the air pockets between the grooves instead of squishing out all over the tiles beneath. It also helps to create almost a suction that helps hold the tiles to the thin set and not falling off to the ground. It's also important to mix your thin set pretty thick. Not so thick that it's clumpy and dry, but thick enough to where it will, stick to the wall and to the tile. I don't know if this is exactly an accurate understanding, but as I understand it, the thin set has a almost like a chemical bond. It has a bonding agent in it that bonds it to the ceramic tile, much in a similar way, as I understand it, to how PVC glue works. Almost how, if you've ever seen the videos where PVC glue is under a microscope and it makes like little hairs go out, it's not like that, but it bonds to it, almost like it becomes one solid structure, which is really interesting, the way it works, or the way it was explained to me. You see me working here with Mark, he's my coworker. I've only worked at this job for about a little over a month now. I haven't known Mark long, but Mark is a fantastic guy, very knowledgeable. What he knows how to do very well, and there's lots of things that he knows how to do. He's a real professional. Mark's a great guy, probably one of my favorite people I've ever had the pleasure of working with. I've learned a lot from Mark, even though I've only worked with him for a month. He's taught me a lot of life lessons, a lot of career lessons. So I'm very glad that I get to work with somebody as willing to teach as Mark, because this was my first time ever doing tile, and there's lots of things that I've done at this job that have been a first for me. So I'm very grateful to have an experienced person to teach me and show me how to do these things. Mark's lived a very interesting life. He's told me lots of stories. If you ever have the chance to sit down and listen to an older guy just tell stories about his life, never take those times for granted. They've got some amazing stories that'll really blow you away and really get you thinking. Really interesting, really fun to listen to. So I think it's really important to make sure we listen when old people tell us stories, because even if they don't seem like they've got an application to our lives or really matter all that much, they are very, very entertaining at the very least. Now you see some of the tiles he took and put some thin set on the back side of the corner. That was because this house, the framing was a little bit out of plumb. Some of the studs weren't quite level or quite in line with one another, so it kind of made a dip in the middle of our wall there, where the middle two studs were a little bit further back. A little bit further forward. So in order to make our tile wall square, we kind of put some extra thin set on the corner of the side that was a little bit low, to push them out. It compensated for the house being old and having settled. I'm sure it was level when it was originally framed, but it isn't anymore. So we ended up having to cut short because it started raining, and we couldn't cut anymore outside because we didn't want our saw getting wet. And also, right before it started raining, our hot water heater sprung a leak, and that was a whole debacle. Anyway.
Alright, everybody. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope y'all really enjoyed watching me and Mark tile that shower. We just did that one wall in the video. It started raining, so we had to... And in the middle of the video, it was... I'm sure I talked about it in the voiceover, recording this before I did the voiceover. It was a big debacle, but we ended up having to call it a day early because